Hey, Terry here, so welcome to the VRTech channel, update V66 for the MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest Pro. It's finally, officially here, so the actual update, and it's actually coming with some very exciting features that were missing from the beta version. And I gotta say, it's very good because it brings some long-awaited features and also a big boost to the pass-through. And with that, our first look at the MetaQuest 3S in the flash. Did you spot it? It was there. Alright, let's discover it together in this video. Let's get into it. Alright, here we are. So let's remember that the update is available from today, but sometimes it takes some days, some weeks to arrive. Mine was already here, but some features are missing, so yeah. It's always the same situation, let's say. But hey, let's go step by step till the very juicy part. Meta buttons on the wrists. We saw this one already in the PTC, and when using your hand tracking, you can actually add the meta button and the system button right on your wrists. So tapping them, you're gonna open the universal menu or just the settings in your games. This is gonna replace the pinching in your direction that we had before. It's exactly the same function, but it's very usable because we know exactly where our wrists are, so where these buttons are gonna be every time. This is not the default way yet. To enable it, you're gonna have to go in the experimental settings and enable it right there. I highly recommend to do it because in some games it's just easier to don't get confused with the different actions. Background audio and media control. This one is not present yet for me. I tried with YouTube Music from the browser and didn't work, but in theory you'll be able to launch a music app and listen to the music while playing games or other apps. That part is functional, by the way. When the background audio is playing, you see a new media control bar under the universal menu to control your music playback. So pressing the meta button, you bring out the universal menu and the media control bar with it. I don't have Spotify Premium, so I cannot test it with it, but if it works for you, let me know. There's a new Family Center update. So starting June 27, teens and children aged 10 and 12 who are supervised by the same parent or guardian will automatically be able to see each other in the Family Center. There's not gonna be anything to do in our hand. It's gonna be enabled in the back end, and yeah, it's gonna be ready June 27. Sleep mode added to the power off button. So now when you hold and press the power button on your headset, you're gonna have not just a shut off, restart, but also the option to put it to sleep. This will allow apps to actually upgrade in the background, receive all the system updates and everything, so it will always be ready to get the next update instead of waiting some months, I guess. And this will also, of course, reduce the time it will take for your headset to turn on when you want to play with it. In a similar manner, what happens with our console, with the PS5, with the sleep mode, or with the Xbox Series, I think in the energy saving mode or something like that. Anyway, it's a console. Let's treat it like that. Now, I was waiting for this one or requesting this one on the backend from so long. Finally, it arrived and we're now gonna be able to hide our apps in our library. This one doesn't work for me yet. I tried pretty much everything. If it works for you and you know how to do it, please let me know. But you can now hide any app installed or uninstalled that you have downloaded from the MetaQuest store to help to clean up your library. You're gonna be able to see the apps you have hidden by selecting hidden from the drop-down menu in the top right. So if you have some weird apps, no, they're not gonna show up anymore. Another update is to the MetaQuest gallery on the web. Now if you log in meta.com/gallery/quest, you're gonna be able to see all the content that you captured and was actually synced on the cloud, of course, with it. I'm still seeing video that I deleted many different times, so I don't know if maybe deleting from here is finally gonna work, but yeah. If you wanted it directly from the web without connecting with the USB cable, now you have it. You can download them from there if it works. But now let's get to the juicy stuff that is the biggest part of this update. And I have to say that testing this firsthand, well, the improvements are very noticeable indeed. With V66, they improved the mixed reality quality even further from the first update, V64. The image distortion is actually reduced quite a bit. Still not perfect, but much better. So your hands and other objects look more natural in mixed reality. And this also reduced the warping effect around the objects while in motion. I was actually trying it a bit with my phone. I have to say that warping is very much reduced. used, and even using the smallest font that I can, well, I was able to read it and actually use it. It's not perfect, of course, but it's better than before. Also, your virtual hands when using hand tracking will now align better with the image of your real-world hands in the pass-through, making it more natural and interactive. But hey, did you notice that? Let me zoom in a bit. And yeah, what is that? This video was directly from Boz, by the way, and this seems to be our first image of the Meta Quest 3S. And to be honest, it's very similar to the one that we saw in the different leaks. I mean, if you notice, if we turn it around, the camera settings are exactly the same, with the two cameras on the side facing downwards and the other camera array in the front. Of course, the resolution is very low because we're talking about the Meta Quest 3 cameras to take this shot. Oh yeah, this is definitely not a Quest 2 and that is definitely not a Quest 3. And we saw this kind of leaks already from like other big guys like Phil Spencer with his famous like backdrop, and it seems like Buzz is trying to do the same right now to create some buzz. I mean, the resolution is very low, but you can even see the controllers. They're very similar to the one of the Meta Quest 3. If not the same. Is this coming soon? If you want to know more about this new headset, by the way, I made a video with all you need to know over here. So check it out, but I think we're not gonna have to wait too long to actually get our hands on it, because Mark Zuckerberg confirmed that Meta Connect 2024 will be September 25 and September 26th. And usually we get big announcements over there. We're gonna see new games. I mean, Hitman VR was just announced for the Meta Quest 3 and that looks incredible. I played the entire thing on PC and this is gonna be a completely reworked version to have better VR interaction because it was lacking a bit on that one. And yeah, for sure we're gonna see the new hardware. Oh, I forgot, this was already present in V64, but apparently now it's gonna be available for everyone, because we're gonna have space setup automatically capture the furniture. So when you do the space setup for mixed reality, will be automatically able to identify and mark the furniture in your space to improve the realism from MR games and apps, making the setup much faster. For now, this will work with windows, door, tables, couches, storage, screens, and beds, with additional feature types supported over time. So yeah, probably they use some machine learning or AI to understand the surrounding and trying to create an outline already without you having to do it manually. I actually tried a bit, it works pretty well. I had to add some stuff of my own, but the big chunks were there, and so it took out a lot of the setup process. The other thing is Netflix is going to be finally supported officially from the browser, so that means they're going to be able to watch actually high resolution shows with it. It's not really connected to V66, but that happened in the same moment, so that's pretty cool. But here we have it, guys. This was V66, the complete update with also the big leak about the Meta Quest 3S coming September 25th, October. I think they're getting ready for the holiday season. What do you think about it? Do you like this really angular design? It seems like just a chunk, a block of white plastic over there. The design doesn't seem really the best, but it's very low resolution. We're gonna have to see it, you know, firsthand than later. What do you think about it? Anyway, guys, as always, if you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more VR tech, and I see you guys next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.